Hi everyone, it's Lady Night, and today I want to talk about my October recap. I have not prepared any notes, so we'll just see what happens. What did I do in October? In October I worked a lot. So for some reason my brain is really, I don't know what I did. I can't remember the last thing. So everything is kind of like blurred together. But I did get a little bit of bonus money from the movie that I made for the opera, which I talked about in my August-September recap. So what did I do? I went shopping. So I have a little bit of an unboxing. I have only opened these packages for, to save a little bit of time and noise. So I thought we could look into that. But first, one thing I did in October, I created another hashtag, and that was shopping for tarot. And so far I have seen 29 VRs. 29. Oh my god. Thank you so much to everyone who has done AVR to this. I did not expect this kind of a response. That was, like, for me, overwhelming. And because of this hashtag, I have reached my 200 subscriber mark. I'm actually past 200 already. And again, thank you to everyone who subscribed, to everyone who comes back to my channel, who watches my videos, and I'm really grateful for that. I appreciate every single one of you, everyone who comments below the videos. When we have some sort of interaction, that's the reason why I came to YouTube, to, meet other people that are interested in tarot and, start talking about it, and yeah, to have so much positive responses, so many, it's just overwhelming. So thank you once again. And I have a little bit of a surprise for you later, but first let's talk about some shopping stuff. Okay, let's just start with this one. As I mentioned, one of the things that I want to study in my focus years next year, and so 2020 and 2021, is angels. And so I have ordered another angel deck. It was marked down a little bit from the original price, and so I got the, Influence of the Angels Tarot. I've seen it on quite a few channels by now. Ooh, this looks nice. It's gilded, and it's wrapped again. Doesn't smell too bad. That's okay. Okay. I'm not going to do like flip throughs or anything. I just want to unbox a little bit. So, okay, they're really slippery, but at least they don't stick together that much. Wow, I'm almost losing them because they're so slippery. I like Renaissance art, and so this deck is right up my alley. And I also like the Hierophant card. That's my birth card. And in this picture, well, he still looks like someone from church, but he doesn't have his Pope head gear, and it's not so obvious. And I like that he has like the stack of books, so it's kind of like more like a teacher vibe that I'm getting from him, and that I really like. So I'm happy with this card. The Strength card, yes. She is being gentle to the lion. Love it. So those are two cards that I look for these days. So many people have already done walkthroughs and flip-throughs, so I'm not going to go through that right now. But that is one thing I'm going to use for my angel studies, and I just completely put it on the wrong side. Okay, now to the big box. Lots of stuff. Okay. I got the Astrology Bible. It has been on my radar for quite some time now. I love that it's a chunky book. And it seems to be, well, with pages like this. Oh, come on, can you see it? It seems to be rather playful to study this, and that's what I like. What I kind of a turn off for me if I really want to learn something and it's a subject that has so much to offer. Having a textbook that is just full of, you know, front to back, just writing and nothing in between, nothing playful, no images or anything. That kind of scares me a little bit, especially if it's like a big book like this. So I love that this is like really, yeah, colorful, not too heavy from the material it seems, and I can't wait to get into this next year. So, also for my astrology studies, I got the Oracle of the Radiant Sun because it was it got down in price a little bit again, because recently it was more expensive than it was in the beginning, and so I just put it on my wish list. I let it sit there and waited for the price to drop. Now it did, and so I got it. I already have the Moon Oracle because they're both from the same creator. And I also have, like, I believe 2 tarot decks out there. And so I'm still, like, I have one of the tarot decks on my wish list, and I'm just gonna, whoops, let it sit there. That's a nice guidebook. And yeah, the cards are in 2 separate boxes. Oh my god, they're so much smaller than the Moon Oracle. Like, the Moon Oracle is like as big as my hand. And this is really small, so okay. Yeah, I can see why people are saying the cardstock is really bad with this new edition. But for me, this is first and foremost going to be a study deck. I really want to know what this has to offer in regards to astrology, and so yeah, I'm going to use this to study, and then later on maybe see if I can use this in any sort of reading. I will let you know when I get to that. Now, one thing that I was hesitant to get, because I didn't know if it was just going to be the book, because I have experienced that before. When I got the Leonardo da Vinci tarot, I got that one really cheap, a used copy, and what I received was just the book, and not the tarot deck. So with this one, it also didn't specifically say, I mean, in the headline on Amazon it says deck and book, but you never know. So here it is. This is something that is out of print, and I managed to find this, the German version. It is by Kimberly Maroney. I forgot the original name, but the English version also has this image on the front. And I saw this on forgot the channel name. Oh my god, I'm gonna insert it. Yeah, so I got it, and it seems to be complete. By the way, like, since this is out of print, if you try to find the English version, that one is super expensive. I think the cheapest one that I found was in maybe not the best condition for like 50 or 60 bucks. And this one I got on Amazon Prime, used, but Prime, for 11.40. So not even 12 euros. But it's the German version, so yeah. And we have a book. And we got the cards. Yay! So I'm assuming it's going to be 44. Were they this yellow in the other video? Ah. No, they were not. So the English cards, they had better cardstock, I think, from what the cardstock sounded like in the other video. And they didn't have a yellow border. It looked more like white. Okay, so I like the English ones better, but I'm glad that I have cards and books, so first world problems, yeah, I'm not gonna complain. I have it, I got it very cheap. And so this is also something that I'm going to use for my angel studies. This is going to be like a reference point for me to start to get to know the names of the angels and what they are associated with. Like, okay, these cards are not in order. For example, Ramaela is for joy. And we've got Jamaira for manifestation. I also like the images. What else do we have? I know that Gabriel is in here, which is always a plus because Gabriel is my favorite. Raziel we have for knowledge. So yeah, I'm going to go through all of these cards one by one, and let's see the guidebook. Okay. So it's like 2.5 pages per card, because it's quite a large book for 44 cards. When is it from? It's from 1995, and this appears to be the 3rd edition from 96. So, yay, I got book and cards. Okay, that was what I picked up today. Also, something that I got, that I ordered in October, I got it a couple days ago. I apparently bought my first tarot knockoff. The Wheel of the Year Tarot. This I got on Amazon, and it was advertised as like a special offer, like an advertisement offer, so it was marked down significantly. Also, it was in the board game section, not in the spiritual section. And then there was an additional coupon, and so I got this relatively cheap. So I got it. I didn't hesitate. But as soon as I had it in my hands, I realized it's much smaller than it should be. And I can see that the, I don't know if you can see that, the font on the cards, I don't know if that really shows up, does it? It looks different than what it should look like. Like the writing, I don't know, it just looks different. They're also a lot more glossy than, there we are, glossy than the original. They're much smaller. So yeah, I am going to keep them because I'm not going to send them back to China, because that's apparently where they came from. I am going to trim off the orange border on the back. Actually, I'm going to trim off the border on the front, and therefore I'm going to lose a little bit of the image on the back, but since this is a knockoff, I have no problem doing that. I would even do it to the original, because orange is not my favorite color, quite the opposite. So I'm going to turn this into a little pocket deck because I love the images, despite the fact that this doesn't seem to be the original. Okay, the only card in here that I have a little bit of a problem with is the strength card. Because the guy is wrestling with the bull. So, yeah, but at this point it looks like either one of them could win. Is this in focus? So at least he doesn't have like any knives or daggers or swords to possibly, you know, injure the animal. Like this is really just about strength, like his own body strength. So that's okay. There are also some other cards in here, like the Tower card with the lightning striking the tree. Love it. Absolutely love it. So this deck, it reads so well. Like just looking at these images, they're great. And I really look forward to working with this, even if it's a knockoff. So, yeah, but happens to the best of us, so oh well. I have put the original on my wish list, so next year, if my money allows it, I might get the original. Just, you know, so that the original creator, I don't know. I feel like I want to have the original. Because this also doesn't come with a little white book. It only has like a code on the bottom. It says scan to download guidebook, which I'm not going to do. Okay, something else that I got. Finally, it's back in stock. And that is the Stretch Tarot. I have seen this on Patsy's channel from Patsy's Mystical Musings. She did a past life reading with this, and that was what really sold me on the deck, because past life readings, that's the third thing that I want to do in my focus years, and so far I have the Art History Tarot for Past Lives, and I really wanted this one to do past life readings as well. And by the time I discovered this deck, it was out of stock. And thankfully I checked the creator's Facebook page, I think. And there someone commented on the deck, and then he said it will be back in stock in October. And now towards the end of October it was. And so I didn't hesitate. I was waiting for this to come back in stock so I could buy it, and I did. And it got here really fast. So yeah, look through the cards. They're amazing, and I can't wait to try it out. On that note, something else that I got was this book. The Samsara Tarot Streamlined Readings for the Reincarnating Soul. I already have another book from Sarah Paul, which I showed in my August-September recap. And I wanted this one as well because it has 15 spreads, I think. Yeah, it has 15 different layouts, and I mostly wanted it for the spreads. I mean, some of the stuff in here, I'm like, And there's one spread in here that I am never going to do, and I don't recommend that one for anyone, because there's honestly a spread in here to tell you what month you're going to die in. And that goes for the past life, for the present life, and even for the future life. Now, why would anyone want to know when they're going to die? I know I don't. So that is one thing I am never going to do. But there are some other things in here. Also, there's a lot of blank space on some pages. But, I mean, the layout, yeah, I can appreciate the graphics. But that could have, I mean, just like this. Like here we say where the cards go. that will be perfectly fine. I don't need pages like this and then lots of empty space to make the book bigger. I don't need that. But yeah, so we got like 1/3 of the book is like with these 15 spreads, then another third is card interpretations, and then we also have the psychic talents reading. So there's a lot of like esoteric card interpretations for the psychic talents reading. So yeah, there's another aspect in here, but first and foremost I got it for the spreads, and there is one in here that I want to show you, and that's why I was waiting for this one, because I want to use that as well for that. So that will be in a future video. Okay, then recently on a chat over at Katie Flower's channel, she did a live stream, and in the chat we started talking about astrology and Sailor Moon, and I mentioned that kind of like the first things that I really learned about astrology and how to tell the difference between like the characteristics of different signs was with Sailor Moon, because each of the Sailor Scouts is designed after their zodiac sign. And so I got to digging in my closet and I found this, and this is like one of my precious. It's from August 1998. And what this is, it came with a comic, it was an extra. It's like this fold out. It has all the Sailor Scouts on here in regards to the sign that they represent. Like for example, we have Sailor Mercury for Virgo, we have Sailor Moon for Cancer, Sailor Venus for Libra, and so on, and it gives the strengths and the weaknesses of each of the signs. It also tells you which one of the Sailor Scouts would be the patron for that sign, with what planet, and it gives their strengths and dreams, and it also tells you all the birthdays of the Sailor Scouts. So this is really interesting, and I think I'm going to use this as my starting point for my astrology studies, because I have been thinking a lot in October, like, okay, I have these 3 things that I want to study, but how am I going to go about it? Like, where do I even start? Do I start with one topic and then try to finish that one, start with the next one, and then so on, or do I just do it all simultaneously, kind of like in school where you have one class of, I don't know, math, the next class you have biology, and next class you have history, so studying more than one thing in a day or in a week. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use November and December to kind of work out a study plan. And for astrology, Sailor Moon is going to be my starting point. So I'm going to, because that's something that I also do with the court cards. I have taken every single court card and tried to connect it to a fictional character that shows these characteristics. And here I already have characters that were designed after their signs, so I just need to take these characters and then research the different signs and really put all of that onto each character, and that's going to help me remember that a lot better. So yeah, when I talk about astrology, I'm also going to talk about Sailor Moon. Okay, and now a little surprise for you guys. Since I have reached over 200 subscribers, I want to do a little bit of an appreciation giveaway. And yeah, I'm not going to announce this in the title of the video because I don't want people to show up simply for the giveaway. I really want to celebrate with all of you and yeah, celebrate, because I mean my hashtag was about celebrating decks, and I got a little bit no, I got a little something for you guys. So I have 3 prizes that I would like to give away. And those are playing card decks. So this is actually my version, but I have a new one coming. So whoever wins will get a brand new one. So first I have a Harry Potter deck, which is still sealed. I have not opened that one. And yeah, the package is German. It was made in Poland. And yeah, so these are the, can you see that? So the Harry Potter playing cards. And the other deck that I have, which is, as you can hear, still sealed. Patsy has shown this on her channel already. It's an Alice in Wonderland deck of cards. And the last one is the Alchemy 1977 deck. There's also a tarot deck with the same name, but this is the playing card deck. And the reason why I chose these 3 decks is because they are completely illustrated, especially these 2. It's not just the court cards, but every single card has an image. Like here, a lot of people can be found on the deck. So for example, Ginny is the 7 of Hearts. I cannot tell you who's on the 3 of Diamonds. It could be Sirius? I don't know. The Queen of Spades is, I believe, Bellatrix. The King of Clubs is Dumbledore. So yeah, there's definitely every single card illustrated with someone from the story. And the same with this. Every single card is illustrated. And here, this one, since this is mine, I can show you. So these are the backs. And when I saw them first, I saw the court cards first. So this is one of the Jokers. Doesn't really match the rest of the deck too much. This is another Joker. Okay, and the court cards are just, I mean, the King of Diamonds. Let's see if we can get this in focus. So, the King of Diamonds, the Queen, like steampunk, the Jack. Let's see where the next ones. The Aces also have something. All the pips have at least some kind of image. So there is always something. Like here we have this. We've got something that resembles Jack the Ripper. I mean, just look at these cards. They are stunning. And here's also something in the back. So every single card really does have something on them. Where's my favorite? Or you just look at the Queen of Hearts. Is that gorgeous or what? Or the King of Hearts. Oh my god. And the Jack. And my favorite Queen in the deck. Isn't she gorgeous? And that's the King. And that's the Jack. So, and yeah. They all have something. They either have like skulls or fairies or angels, swords. Here is like a skeleton hand with a rose. Oh, here's another Joker. And this is, for example, the Ace of Diamonds. So yeah, that is this deck. And what I'm going to do, so if you want to enter this giveaway, just leave a comment below. Yeah, what kind of videos would you like to see from me in the future? What kind of videos on my channel do you enjoy? Something that I have already done. And yes, I'm going to continue with the Lover's Path series pretty soon. I am still doing my homework on that, but I want to go through as many videos as possible in one sitting. So yeah. Yeah, so leave a comment down below, and also comment like which of the decks would you like to enter for. Do you so behind your comment just put either Alchemy, Harry, or Alice, or write 3 if you want to enter for either one of them. And then with this deck also comes this book. This is, I believe, out of print because it's very hard to get, and it's also very expensive, mostly. So I have my own version of this book, and yes, this is a used copy, but it's still in really good condition. This is the American version. I have the British version, so that one that was sold in Britain. This one is from America. And this one comes with this deck, because that's also how I am studying this deck, with this book together. And I have to say the correspondences with the cards in this book, they work really well with that deck. So that's why I'm giving that as kind of like the first prize, both of these together. So if you want to enter for the Alchemy deck, you have a chance of winning this book as well. Now, because I don't really know if the people in these decks would go with the correspondences as well. So, yeah. But another book that I can recommend, that was recommended to me by Kelly from The Truth and Story, if you're interested in reading playing cards and you want to get a book, I can recommend this one. It's Fortune Telling Using Playing Cards by Jonathan D. And this one also has astrological associations, and it also talks about the cards in regards to Lenormand. So that one is not part of the giveaway. So, like I said, if you want to enter, just write me a comment. What do you like on my channel? What do you want to see in the future? And write either Harry, Alice, or Alchemy, or 3 if you want to be entered for either one. And I will leave this up, or I will leave this open for 7 days. And I will write the exact time when I will cap this in the description box, so just check there. And then in a week I will draw 3 lucky winners. And yeah, this is my way of saying thank you for everyone who has supported me on my channel. I am really grateful for each and every one of you. And so far I am loving this tarot journey on YouTube. Yeah, I have found some really great people on here, and I hope to find many more. So yeah, that's it for my October recap. Not much of a recap, more like a shopping haul unboxing thing, but that's okay. You know, celebrate shopping for tarot, right? So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!